Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our WCTV High School Game of the Week. At Independence High School, the Centennial Cougars travel down the road to take on the Independence Eagles as we are about to get underway in what should be a pretty good matchup. Paul Breece, along with my sidekick here, Doug Capella on the call, and we're about ready to get this off.
And there it is. What a night for football, Coach.
Well,
there's a scene. This could be trouble. That's going to be. That's Jack Rummel.
Yeah.
Jack Rummel opening kickoff return for a touchdown. And, folks, we are underway.
We're adjusting with our rosters up here to getting set. Look up. Kick is up. And Rummel takes it to the house as the Red Sea, right, just parted. And
Coach, I think you could have got 30 or 40 on that one.
I think the kicker probably would have caught me. So. How about that?
Needless to say, Coach Blade is probably happy with how that turned out to start the game.
And the extra point is up and good by Cody Pagat. I tell you, Doug, I mean, it really is the replay here. I mean, typical kickoff fielded about at the 5, and lo and behold, my man Jack Rummel right there said, wow, this can't get much easier. And
usually there's one man to beat on those, Coach, and I don't know if there was one man to beat.
Yeah, well, 15 seconds in now, right? Your score 7-0 Indy. In a battle, and the situation here, Independence comes in 0-2, probably faced two of the toughest opponents in the state of Tennessee in Lipscomb Academy and CPA. Centennial coming in 2-0, so on paper, Centennial looks like they're trending in the right direction, but with that kickoff statement, Doug, we may have a different scenario here.
Yeah, and that's the deceiving thing about records, because your level of competition speaks a lot about those sorts of things. And you're right, Independence has played probably two of the best schools in the state of Tennessee, and they sit with an 0-2 record, and they're the kick out of the back of the end zone, not returnable.
Yeah, Sam Hinkie said, I think I saw my lesson. I'm not going to let you guys return this. So Centennial offense, Doug, is led by quarterback Brendan Jones, but keep your eye on the running back, number 6, Josh Forsey. He has been the workload, 7 touchdowns in 2 games, and he did not play 2 quarters because of a running clock situation. So this guy is a running back machine.
So there's a handoff out of the look to be the pistol, about a yard on the play there, yard and a half or 2. Independence top to bottom defense is going to be Colin Duffy, Raul Cruz, Brady Jenkins, Tom Stachersky, Tommy Monahan, Jackson Rosenbaum, Hunter Howard, Brooks Sapone, Steele Katina. Then your kicker, Sam Hankey, and, of course, your punter, Chase Taylor.
That's
Forsey there, Paul. 2 carries and stacked up both times.
Well, when you get to game 3, everybody's identity kind of comes together, and knowing that Forsey's been the workload for the Centennial Cougar offense, I think Coach Scott Blade and the defensive staff probably were like, okay, number 6, we'll key in on him, and we'll see what happens. And so far, making it a 3rd and 10 right off the opening possession for the Cougars.
Forsey's got good size, 5'10", about 200 pounds, so he's definitely got good running back stature. He's got a hole, and he's met immediately. Coach, that was not as much as a form tackle as 2. That might be a lesson in physics.
Well, that was Brady Jenkins, number 30 right there, just filling the gap right there and just meeting Forsey. and saying, you know what, you had some room, but I quickly shut that down.
And Centennial's been out of the pistol set with a heavy right side, going with an extra tight end. This is a short punt, bounces favorably for Independence, and they will take over, Coach, at about the 49-yard line with a short field.
Yeah, listen, you're already down 7-0 after the opening kickoff. If you're just now joining us on our YouTube live stream, welcome. This is Independence actually first set of downs offensively as they took the opening kickoff to the house. Now we're going to take a look at number 17, Joseph Cummings. He's a guy that Coach Blade is going to rely heavy on to replace all that talent they had last year. Cummings, if he can avoid the turnover bug, he's got a chance to be really special.
Operates out of the shotgun, going deep. Defender falls down. And end zone.
River Katina on the reception, the senior. And how about that?
Made it look a little easy there, Coach. Defender fell down, but he was probably 2 or 3 yards behind Katina there on the route. Beautiful pass. Touchdown. Well, again, off to a fast start. Independence has had 1 possession and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the replay. Cummings, we just talked about Katina at the bottom of your string, just running the go pattern. And then Coach Blade says, you know what, just throw it up. Unfortunately, the defender fell down right there, and Katina
tiptoed the sideline there.
49 yards in a cloud of dust. Bing, we're 14-0, 9:35 in the first quarter.
Well, and Cummings there, Coach, had a great pocket to throw from. Not even a hint of pressure there in the backfield. Easy pitch and catch. So Independence for the second time this evening is going to kick off. Forsey, the starting tailback, is back deep. And he is back there with Shannon Plowman. So here we go, the kickoff. We're 9 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first. Independence Eagles 14, Centennial.
And Matt Kreisky right
0.
there on your screen, just kind of head scratching, trying to figure how to stop this, stop the train here. And, you know, I think they're probably still going to stick with what they do best, right? Keep the ball on the ground, churn some of this clock out, and don't give the ball quickly back to Independence offense.
Yeah, when you go down this fast, it's hard to kind of get things together and figure out what's happening. So there was a quick kick return and then a long pass. And so Coach has got to settle his players down and get back into this game. Still plenty of time. Looks like there's a timeout on the field. Not sure who yet.
Well, let's see here. Just kidding. We're back at it. Listen.
Here we go, fast action.
For the people joining us at home, people are starting to chime in, Doug, wanting shout-outs already.
So Centennial is going to operate out of a 2-tight formation pistol with a wide out and a single back. So there you go. A little bit of gain there on first down, about 5 yards it looks like.
Yeah, Coach Matt Kreisky will take that all day. And Forsey, is he the only guy that's touched the ball offensively for Centennial? He is in for a long night as the Cougars, you talked about 2 tights, right? 1 receiver out. I mean, they're going to dare you to stop them in the run game.
So we have some motion here. Again, Forsey's going to see some action, and he's going to fall forward for about 2 or 3 yards.
There's Brady Jenkins again on the tackle, the linebacker.
unlike last week, Coach, it's about 20 degrees cooler tonight.
Man, I tell you what.
Slight breeze, great football weather for these kids, and so I don't know that we're going to see the cramping and the war of attrition that we saw last week in the game of the week with Franklin squaring off against Page.
So no pickle juice references tonight.
No pickle juice.
Okay.
Again, we're in two tights. He has not deviated from this formation. Now we got motion from left to right. Forsey again, hit hard, but second effort there gets him the first. He took a shot there.
Well, the Cougars are definitely trying to churn some clock here and moving the chains.
Well, and I think
going to give them a shot.
They're just trying to get the kids settled, right? They're down too early, 2 touchdowns early, and settling the kids down, getting in the routine, moving the ball down the field, which they've done. In the pistol formation, motion again left to right. Forsey again gets about 2 to 3 on first down.
Well, I guess this is a lineman's dream, right? To know that you're going to run the ball over and over and over again, and at least,
Well, and linemen, they may not tell you this, but they hate pass protection because they have to sit back on their heels, and whereas run blocking's all downhill, I know where I'm going, and I get to move the object in front of me. And so you're right, Coach. Linemen definitely would rather run block and get downhill. Motion left to right. Hand off to Forsey again. Play looked eerily similar to the play they just ran.
And possibly as a flag comes in, Doug, it may be a face mask. What's the far side of the field? And there's the longtime head coach, Scott Blade. He's never one to punt the ball. He loves to. He'll take it on 4th down plenty of times. He'll do some good things. So, well, we got a holding. You know what? I'm usually Johnny on the spot on the call, so could be a bad sign.
Coach,
kind of like Tennessee Vols last night. It wasn't quite impressed, but that's
38-6 over
Bowling Green.
Interesting stat, Bowling Green threw 1 touchdown pass all of last season.
That's right. That's right. Not a big play right there. That's number
Forsey again on the carry. Second and, a country mile to bring that back, Coach. A country mile. Second, we are now looking at third and about 21.
Yeah, for all Cruz right there on the stop.
Now, Coach Blade has had his taste of success here at Independence. State championship team, and went again the following year and did lose in the final round. So he and the Eagles have that taste and that ring. So he's looking to get back to that spot. Centennial again's got 2 tight, single back, receiver in motion left to right. Again, it's Forsey off guard. Gets about a yard and a half, call it 2.
Just interesting to see that set of play calls, right? It was Forsey every play. And,
so far.
And they did not even attempt to throw, even on 3rd and long. So I guess they feel comfortable, Forsey could be the guy that's going to break one. I mean, maybe better than attempting to pass.
Well, Coach Reike there may be things he is seeing, and it may be a matter of execution. There have been holes there at times. Better punt this time. Better punt down to the Indy 29, where they will take over again.
Oh, that was good punt by end over end by Sam Cochran right there.
Indy's quick on the ball here.
They've won one play, and they're up 14-0. That would be like a riddle. How does a football team get up 14-0 by only having ran one play?
It helps when you take the opening kickoff back.
Absolutely.
So again, we're in the shotgun, 4 wide, single back set. Officials quickly blow the play dead, false start on Independence.
Well, those are the things that kind of putting a damper on the start of the season for Indy, right? The turnovers. I think Cummings actually may have 6 or 7 interceptions on the season. So, and then penalties as well, I'm sure doesn't set well with Coach Blake. As this would be the real first game, right? The first region contest. This one is the one that really matters.
So again, Indy, no huddle. 4 wide set, single back. Quick pass to Katina on the outside. It looked for a minute, Coach, like they were going to run the same exact play.
Absolutely.
The inside receiver there ran a curl route, but he looked to the outside on Katina with the slant. Quick pickup there. They're about 3 yards to gain for the first. We're shallow here on the right side of the field. 2 split left wide, single back in the shotgun. Cummings has the ball. He's looking quick, looking long, going deep, has his receiver. Coach, make that 3 plays, 3 touchdowns, and one of those plays being a penalty.
Wow, 73 yards to number 9, Daniel Morales. That is huge for the program.
Independence is looking pretty solid here, obviously, Coach, with, again, 2 offensive plays, 3 touchdowns. The only negative yardage they've encountered was a false start here. Extra point is up and good. That'll be your Independence Eagles 21.
Here we go, replay there, Doug.
Centennial 0.
Just up top of your screen right there. Just matching up. The safety just did not help out over the top, and Cummings right on the money.
Cummings there does a good job looking off. He toys with the outside route there underneath for just a hair, and then says, "No, thank you, sir. I'm going to go for the long ball."
Daniel Morales with the 73-yard catch, and we are 4:19 here remaining in the first quarter. If you're joining us via YouTube live stream on our WCTV Game of the Week, Paul Breece and Doug Capella here at a beautiful Independence High School. One of the few still remaining grass fields in Williamson County, but it looks immaculate from where we're standing.
Field's in real good shape. Flanked by the hills and valleys here of Thompson Station. Beautiful night here, Coach, for some football. Sam Hankey back to kick the kickoff. It's high.
Heads up.
Forsey has a chance, and
to the kids playing in the end zone back there, heads up.
Forsey says, I'll take a break now on that one because I'm probably going to get the next 3 carries.
Well, little fun fact about Josh Forsey. Preschool teacher was Tracy Peterson. Coach Kyle Peterson's lovely wife, who also was a preschool teacher for Robert Hassel III. And if you don't know him, he's doing okay in baseball right now.
Coach Peterson, off of his championship-winning performance at Grassland Middle, and ascended to fame now at Franklin High School.
Yeah, absolutely. Associate yourself with a winner. Former Purdue Boilermaker. And I believe gold medal winner in the I don't know if they call it Senior Olympic basketball 3-on-3, but he does pretty good. He's having a good time still.
Forsey on the carry there, gets about 2 yards. So we got 3rd and a very manageable 1 here. Coach, what does Centennial have to do tonight to get back into this ball game?
Continue to move the chains. Loading the box for Indy. I mean, if you see it, it's 10 in the box. And it's going to be hard to block one-on-one. And
Forsey's going to be close here.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit a wall at the 30-yard line, about 7 Indy defenders there to meet him. He does have the first.
Well, they're going to give him the first down. Clock's going to continue to move.
Well, Coach Reike, he's been comfortable running Forsey. So we have motion again, left to right. Forsey up the middle, and he swallowed by a sea of Eagles there.
I was going to say, the host of Eagles. I mean, it has been a gang tackling effort to get Forsey down, which is a tribute to him, right? But can't take him down with just one guy. But, man.
So, Coach, what is a group of Eagles called?
I do know this answer, but
would it be a flock of Eagles? It sounds like a seagull,
right? I don't know.
Reference. It would not be a sea of Eagles.
I don't think so. But I do know this. This could be a Josh Forsey carry right here. Oh, here we go.
Paul,
got a pass play.
You are 0 for 2 tonight. Right through an Indy defender's hand. So Kreisky opens up the playbook. So now we are at 4th and about 9 for Centennial. Excuse me, third down.
Yep.
3rd down and 9.
Yep. Come on. Got to give the Cougars a chance, all right? A fighting chance here. That'll be interesting to see if the 2nd and 9 they went with the pass. Will they go back to Forsey right here?
Familiar motion left to right. High snap. Throw out to the flat. And there is no space. Coach, it's been hard to call an individual Indy defender because on every tackle there's 5 or 6
That's
there
right.
at the point of contact. They are swarming to the football tonight. And as a defensive coordinator, that's pretty much what you want to see.
Absolutely.
Centennial, no decision here, is lined up in punt formation. Punts up, end over end. It's going to land and roll. Looks like it might have hit an Indy defender. The ball's out on the ground. There's a fight for it, but the officials quickly signal Independence football.
Oh, that's a situation, right? If you're trying to block the go guys on the outside and you get pushed into a punt. Sometimes you think it may hit you, sometimes it may not. You don't know if the referee's going to judge it, but when you start jumping around and diving on the ball, there's a good chance that you think, oh, I must have hit him.
That would have been a great break for Centennial.
Absolutely. Now here's the situation. We have yet to see Trey Hartwell, the running back for Independence, who's a tremendous running back. I mean, as this has been the
it's been the Joe Cummings show up until
absolutely.
this point.
So we'll see if they develop any kind of run game here.
Here we go. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. Perhaps an official's timeout. Coach, what's the quarterback rating when you're 2 for 2, about 140 yards passing and 2 touchdowns?
147.3. Did I sound like I knew what I was talking about?
Close.
I never understand how they come up with it, but
it's an algorithm.
It's 100 is what seemed to be the highest, but they go over 100.
158.3, I believe, is the highest in the NFL. So we have a little motion. There you go. Coach, you called it. There was his one carry for the evening. He got about 2 yards there. Cummings may petition the sideline there for a passing play here.
Yeah, Trey Hartwell, the junior running back, number 6.
Not a lot of room there. Centennial stout up front. Seems to be the strength of their defense would be that interior line, Coach. They got a lot of hamburger down there.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the numbers here. That's Keegan Scruggs, the sophomore, 50.
It's brothers, it looks like. Jeremiah Scruggs and Keegan Scruggs.
Well.
There's a snap. We got a flag. Looks to be false start on the Eagles, so they will back up 5. Cummings may have told Coach he just needed a little more room to throw the ball here. So we're going to have a second and about 14.
Well, if you ever watch the Independence offensive line, they kind of do a hitch right before they snap the ball, which creates some jumping.
There was some jumping. I thought it could have been an offsides penalty, but when they blew it dead, that tells you that it's on the offense. Pump fake. Going deep. This one is going to be out of bounds. Good job on the defender there. Eliminated the route and forced the receiver to go out of bounds. Good coverage there. And that is the first quarter. Centennial Cougars 0, Independence 21 on your WC TV Game of the Week. I'm Doug Capella here with Paul Breece.
Well, I tell you what, you know, the hope that Centennial had coming in, playing so efficiently in their first 2 games, to see the start, right, the opening kickoff return, just really probably as a morale downer, right? I mean, you've worked so hard probably at practice, and it took one play, and you're down 7-0, and then you punt it right back to them, and it became one play, and then it's 14-0.
Well, and there's so much emotion in the beginning of a game, and sometimes emotion can be that equalizer for both sides. And you're right, Coach. When the opening kickoff is taken back for a touchdown, nothing can deflate a crowd and a team quicker than giving up a quick score like that, because it almost instantly alleviates that emotion. And so now what we have here is a 21-0 contest, and it's been quick strikes from Independence. But here we are, unfamiliar territory. A, 3rd down, and B, 3rd and long. In the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cummings back, looks, has his man underneath. It's going to be short. About 4 yards to gain.
Well, the receiver on that play would be Todd Lockwood, number 4, the senior. The junior. He's listed as wide receiver, but he probably could play tight end if he wanted to. But tremendous. I believe he's an Ohio State commitment, by the way.
Ohio State, speaking of, had all they could handle last night with the Minnesota team. Here we go again. They're going to go for it. You mentioned that Coach Blade has never seen a punt formation that he was fond of. And here we go, a turnover on downs. This is just what the Cougars here needed, as they are going to get field position inside Indy territory.
Well, when you have a guy like Todd Lockwood out there, receiver, and he's going to Ohio State, you got to think, oh, he may be pretty good.
Could be all right.
So, it's 4th down. I'm gonna zero in on him, and I'm gonna try to hit him. But that time, tremendous job by the Cougar defense to kind of rally the troops. And now an all-important drive right here.
Centennial's changing it up here. They got 2 wide to the right. Number 2 comes in motion. But a familiar play. The handoff is to Forsey, and he gains about, we'll call it a short 3.
Well, the good news is it seems like he's gaining positive yardage, you know, for the majority of the plays that he's ran. It's not like he's losing yards. He's just not gaining 10 yards in 3 carries.
And they have been tough yards.
Yeah.
He has fought for every yard he has gotten this afternoon. Again, Centennial is going to come out 2 wide to the right. Single back in the backfield, motion right to left. Forsey again out wide, off tackle, in between that tight end tackle spot. And there was some room there, Coach.
Absolutely. Love the positive yardage again. A slight hole. Forsey sees it well, but here's the problem. 3rd down. So, again, we talked about he's gaining positive yards, but he's got to get 10.
Well, and we got 3rd and about a yard here for the Cougars. You'd have to think it's going to be Forsey here in at some direction. But these always present opportunities for a little trickeration, Coach.
Well, when you're deep opponent's territory, you got a shot.
Forsey stumbles, moves forward, gets about 5 on the 3rd and short carry, and that is going to be a Centennial 1st down.
Yeah, tremendous recovery right.
Desperately needed Centennial 1st down.
And there was no motion that time, and it was just a straight handoff right behind the right guard tackle. And luckily for Forsey, he did not fall off the slip. But how about this? The Cougars 1st down.
So you have 1st and 10 on about the 27-yard line heading into the end zone, and we are going to have a timeout. Centennial would like to think about their options here.
Well, again, we talked about it, Doug. First region game for pretty much everybody. Kind of go down the list of Williamson County schools, right? We have Summit traveling to Brentwood, and what I would call a very interesting game. I mean, you got Summit, who's moving up from 5A to 6A, playing Brentwood. Both the Wade brothers are healthy for the first time in a while, and they're a dangerous team.
You mentioned the change from 5 to 6A, Coach. It's just a matter of time before every high school in Williamson County is going to be 6A, growing by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So out of the timeout, Centennial's going to line up in the pistol again, 2 wide to the left. The officials are having a between the line of scrimmage discussion here. Usually that means there's something wrong with the clock or the placement of the ball.
Yep. We also have Franklin, who we saw last week, traveling down across the county to Ravenwood High School. Ravenwood picked up a big win against BGA last week.
Camden Brock comes in motion. It's going to be a deep pass out left. A little bit of pushing and shoving there, but no flags on the field. Incomplete pass is going to bring up a 2nd down.
Well, I love the call by Coach Kreisky and his offensive staff right there to take a shot. Take a shot, and Cannon Plowman, who's a familiar name to WCTV, the intended receiver right there.
So Kofi Boggs checks into the game, the sophomore wide receiver. Cannon Plowman in motion. It's Forsey to the left, has some space, gets gobbled up, but gets good yards there. That guard tackle spot on the outside is where he is making his payday there. Got about 6.5 yards, but it is going to bring up third and probably more than what they would like to have to go on offense. It's going to be a long 3, probably 4 yards.
Well, I think you're down 21, Doug. It's 4-down territory no matter what.
Absolutely, absolutely. 2 wide on either side. Boggs in motion. Snap is good, and we have a whistle. False. Ooh,
oh, delay of game.
Wow. Delay of game. That is a tough one. This does not seem to be an offense geared for 3rd and long, Coach.
Not at all. Not at all.
So we went from 3rd and about 4 to 3rd and 9 all of a sudden. But you mentioned it. We're going to have about it'll be a 2-play series here if they cannot convert on 3rd down rather. So again, we got 2 wides on either side. Plowman in motion. Snap is good. Forsey takes it off tackle left, but only gets about 2.
Well, you talk about the 3rd and 9 play. I think it's even going to be even harder than the playbook to find a 4th and 8 play.
Well, and when you are a one-dimensional offense, and that dimension is run, pass is hard to go to in a long situation. Got Boggs out right, Kofi to the left, forcing the backfield out of the pistol. Too tight. Plowman in motion. Snap's good. Out to Plowman. He's got some room. Makes a move at the 20. Down. And it looks like he's going to have a first down here.
Flag on the play.
There is a flag. Away from the play on the other side of the field, there is a flag.
Well, he needed to get to the 18, and he got to the 16. So it's going to be a first down depending on what the flag is.
Usually when it's away from the play, that's one of 2 things, Coach. That's going to be a hold, but it is on Independence. So we have a hold on Independence away from the play. I don't believe that gets tacked on to the play there, Coach. So we're going to probably accept the penalty and do away with the play there. So it's going to be a first down.
Well, now the Cougars just have to avoid the turnover bug right here.
So if they can punch it in here, the Cougars have got to come away happy. Their 2 primary objectives seem to be to run this clock down, sustain their drives, and get into the end zone. And so if they can do that last part, they got to feel pretty good about themselves. So back to pass, he's running around, and it looks like he lost a yard there. Brendan Jones on the scramble. Nothing was there, and this becomes a difficult area to throw the ball here as you have the end zone becomes a 12th man of sorts, and it shrinks the field. So your routes get a little bit shorter. So we're on about the 15-yard line. Kind of surprising there to go away from Forsey on a first.
He got you all the way down here.
Boggs in motion right to left. Snap is good. Back to pass again. A little low. Boggs gets it off the turf, but makes no headway. Kind of a surprising choice of plays here, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it. To go away from Forsey is kind of a big risk right here, and it's kind of a backfiring now with 3rd and 13.
And well, now you're almost forced, right, to pass.
Absolutely.
And so that he is 1 for 1 on this drive for a loss of 1 on passing, and he has scrambled. Brendan Jones scrambled on first down for a loss of 1. So here we go. We have motion left to right. Plowman's in motion, back to pass. We have a deep post route, and it's going to be incomplete, tipped by the Independence secondary.
You know, you go back to this play, Doug, I don't know if you may have caught it or not, but when you only have one receiver going out and that's your option, I mean, the linebacker had dropped, the cornerback had it, the safety over the top had it. It's just hard to thread the needle, right?
2 defenders almost in every zone there on that coverage, and so it's gonna be difficult because you have 2 tight ends on that play that stayed back in pass protection. And so you're right. And so here we go. The Cougars are going to go for it on 4th and 12. 2 wide receivers to the right. We have a tight end going out this time. He's going to scramble, throws it up, and that is going to be far too deep for the Cougar receiver. Strange series of plays there, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. They came out showing run, stuck with it even when they didn't convert. They finally got some.
We have a Dr. Dyson sighting
favorable.
Here, Coach.
Okay. They finally had favorable field position, and they started to go up top and throw the ball around and did not get a completion. So,
well, it appeared that they finally found some offense that was working. They were bumping it a little bit to the outside, creating some space, and Forsey was seeing some daylight there at 6-7 yards a carry. Drove him down the field, and then they decided to go with 4 straight pass plays. Indy in the shotgun, 5 wide. Quick outside route. Katina makes the catch and gets about 11 on the play.
Well, this would be a tremendous dagger if they could convert and score here right before half.
Well, it looks like that is the mission here. They are 5 wide, opening it up. No huddle. Play comes in from the sideline. So here we are 4 wide, single back in the shotgun formation. Hoffman's back to pass, looking deep, a little high for the outstretched arms of Ty Lockwood. Cummings has had the mechanics. He's been able to look off the secondary. He obviously has the arm strength to throw the deep ball. Accuracy tonight, Coach, has been a little bit off on some of his throws.
Yeah, some for sure. I mean, he hit the 2 deep balls that were tremendous on the move, stride for stride.
So now we are in 5 wide, no back in the backfield. We have motion underneath, and that is the call.
Oh,
and there is a hard tackle down for about a loss of 2. The Centennial defense is a little fired up after that one. It has to feel good, Coach, to take them down for a loss when Indy has been able to dial up what they want to do on offense.
Yeah. So the jet sweep by Jack Rummel was just stopped in check right there. And now you got 3rd and 10, and one of your better targets, Ty Lockwood, has come off the field. So
four wide look, single back in the backfield. Cummings in the shotgun. It's going to be pass all the way up. He has room to run, but he decides to change it up. Has Katina in stride, and it is going to be a first down. That looked like a design quarterback run. Closed quickly. And Cummings found Katina across the field. That's a tough throw, Coach, for a young quarterback.
Absolutely.
On the run.
Running left and throwing it. And good job to Katina he looked like he was downfield ready to block, and he released his receiver, his defender, and moved away. And listen, River Katina, a very sure-handed receiver. I mean, you get it near him, he's going to pretty much reel it in.
Good field awareness there on Cummings. Did not cross the line of scrimmage. So again, we're in 4 wide, single back set. Receiver in motion, that is Ty Lockwood. Fake handoff, scramble out right, looking over the middle, has his man. That is Jack Rummel for a gain of what looks to be 9.5 on the play.
Jack Rummel, the kickoff touchdown maker.
So he has the shoes is what you're saying, Coach.
He's got them.
He can take it.
I have an interesting story when.
An important note down here, Coach. The kicker is warming up.
I'll tell you, some of the best cleats I ever saw was worn by former Independence Eagle Rashawn Galden. Used to wear gold cleats, and they would sparkle. And he could back it up, though. If you're going to wear those type of cleats, you better be able to back it up.
Rommel in motion, goes back out, and we have a flag. Delay of game. Coach, you'd think the large numbers at the end of each end zone might give a clue as to when there's no time left.
Coach Blade's offense is pretty sophisticated in the high school level. You know, he's having them walk up, then they look at him. He's checking it off. He's signaling in. So the transition for all that to take place.
Sometimes when you run this no huddle, Coach, it's a treat to see the different signs and signals and symbols that coaches will put out there. Coach Blade so far is just using hand signals. Rommel goes in motion again. Looks like the running back got a little early lean in there. Nothing was called. But he is gobbled up right at the line of scrimmage.
I believe that was one of your. Who was that?
Trey Hartwell.
Trey Hartwell. That's on the stop, 57. One of the Scruggs brothers, Jeremiah, the senior. And you talked about it. You're going to run up the middle. Get ready.
They got some hamburger down there.
Get ready.
They certainly do.
255 and 300.
Yeah, that's a significant package there for a high school football team.
Athletic.
In the shotgun. He's
Uh-oh.
pressured.
Uh-oh.
And he goes down. Cummings is sacked for a loss of about 5, bringing up 4th down. Something tells me that, well, Blade sends the punter out. Interesting call considering he went for it in much worse field position.
Well, with the clock running down, he may think, I'd rather go to the house 21-0 than 21-7 if something happens. And it wouldn't be up to Scott Blade to not fake this thing, right?
The Cougars are back deep. Punts on. They hit the kicker. That is going to be a penalty.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a problem.
That's going to be a first down is what that's going to be. I believe that was the roughing the kicker variety there, Coach. That was not the running into.
Yeah, that's the automatic. Maybe it was a full-fledged tackle.
Well, and I think if you're Centennial here, you're just trying to sell out and make something happen. Unfortunately, you're giving Independence a second chance when they have proven tonight to be explosive.
Yeah.
The kicker's going to make it, Coach. He's high-fiving on the sidelines. I think he's going to be all right.
And this is where a coach kind of says, okay, and normally it happens out of a turnover, right, that you go for the deep pass or something, you know, charismatic offensively. This may be a shot where the Eagles.
He may take a shot deep here, right off the bat, Coach.
If he's handing it off,
so there's
I'd
the
be
snap.
shocked.
He looks out to the left, quick pass to Katina. Katina's got some room. Makes a few miss. Looks like he gets about 7 or 8 on the play, depending on the spot. Just under 2 minutes to go in the half. Your Independence Eagles 21, Centennial 0 on your WCTV Game of the Week. Centennial switching out defenders here. got 3 wide to the right, single receiver to the left, single back in the backfield. Oh, ball's on the ground, fumble. He just throws it up. It's going to be a incomplete pass, almost a pick. It looks like Jack Rummel there from Independence switched and put his defensive back jersey on there, Coach, and broke up the interception.
Absolutely. Good play.
Smart play by Rummel on the outside. Cummings looked to just get rid of it there. Dangerous play to throw the ball there.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Blade will tell Cummings to
maybe just take the sack on that one.
Absolutely. You don't need to throw it up. Maybe.
So Hartwell not in the backfield. This time he's split out as your 3rd wide receiver on the right. And we have a timeout. Independence wants to think about it. Timeout with 1 minute 10 to go, 2nd and 10. Ball on about the 22-yard line. Centennial's defense has tightened up somewhat as the game has worn on. It was 21-0, Coach, almost at the beginning of the game, and it has remained that throughout the remainder of the 1st and 2nd quarter here.
Yeah, it's like they set the scoreboard at 21-0 before the 2 teams started, but
Right. It's like that was left from last week.
You talked about it. It was just one of those things where, as far as a boxing analogy, right, you've taken the body punches, the punches, and you're not knocked out, but this is a big-time stand right here for the Cougars and their defense.
Yeah, right here 0 is a good thing for the Cougars. If they can walk out of here giving up 0 points on this drive, you can build on that momentum going into the locker room. We have 3 to the right, 2 to the left, no back in the backfield. Quick pass, slant.
Oh,
caught.
Ty Lockwood
down to about the 4-yard line. There is no height listed for Lockwood, but he is definitely of the taller variety in your Independence receiving corps.
And man, the throw right there was tremendous, as it was just a slant pattern and just out of the outstretched arms of the Cougar defense.
He put it in about the only place it could have been there. So good throw, good catch. Independence is on the 4. You got motion underneath. Back out is Rommel. It's a handoff, and that is going to be end zone. Trey Hartwell, touchdown, Independence.
Well, Hartwell finally got some running room. Took advantage of it. Give credit to the Eagle front 5.
They may want to come and ride the exercise bike for a while just to keep warm, Coach, because he has been window dressing for the most part this evening as Cummings has slung the ball around the field tonight, and quick scores have really kind of limited his production. The extra point is good.
Yeah, we had a penalty offsides on the defense. Now is Coach Blake going to take the penalty, or are they going to decline it and take the point?
Well, you don't generally take points off the field, but I know coaches, when they have an option on a conversion play, sometimes they like to go for the 2 with the shortened 1 yard to go. So we'll see what Coach Blade likes to, or what he decides to do here on what is now going to be a point attempt from the 1 yard line as opposed to the 2. Looks like they're going to re-kick.
Yeah,
so I'm assuming they actually blew the play dead. So he is going to re-kick. So correction, 27-0 as we try for the point after. Snap is good, kick is up. Result is the same. The color guard had a good view of the kick sailing overhead.
Right over their head.
Well, Coach, speaking of Tennessee, what'd you think of the import at quarterback, Joe Milton?
I thought he looked okay. He's definitely got arm strength. Here's my problem as a Tennessee fan. When we play a team like Georgia, Alabama, Florida, teams that can stop us up front on the run, and we got to depend on him to stretch the offense, that's when we could be in trouble.
He definitely can throw it quite a ways.
I told somebody today, if the receivers can't run under and catch it, it's impressive to see, but.
And he is a large sack of groceries.
He is.
Joe Milton is a big fella. In any regard, I'm sure Coach Heupel will take the first win of his young Tennessee career. Tennessee has opened poorly at times, losing to, I believe it was Georgia Southern or Georgia State.
Southern, yeah, one of the two. An additional name on the end of Georgia.
Means you should win if you're
That's
at
right.
the University of Tennessee. Kick is up. It's going to sail out of the back of the end zone. So the Cougars have about 31 seconds here to work with, Coach, and indications might say they are going to be content with a Forsey handoff here and take it into the locker room down 28 at the half. But he has surprised up to this point with some of the play calls and the 4 pass plays there to end his final drive. Cougars are going to line up in a familiar formation. Pistol, 2 tights, 2 wide. Receiver in motion. It's a snap. And Forsey bobbled it, has some room. And gets shoestring tackled with a gain of about 6.
That was Cruz, number 25. Looks like they're pretty content.
Looks like they're going to let the clock run. Forsey on a healthy gain of 8. Call it 7. Got about 7 seconds to go. They look like they're going to try to run a play here. He's in the pistol. Motion. 1 second. There's the snap to Forsey, and he is met in the backfield by number 30. Brady Jenkins meets him in the backfield.
Said his
and
name
that will
many times.
Close the half here. Independence 28, Cougars 0 on your WCTV Game of the Week.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our WCTV Game of the Week here at Independence High School. The Independence Eagles with a commanding 28-0 lead over the Centennial Cougars. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube live stream as I am Paul Breece along with Doug Capella, bringing you the action for our second half. And what was a strong showing by the Independence Eagles.
Forsey and Plowman back deep, but it's not going to matter. That is going to go out of bounds behind the end zone. So Centennial will take over here with a tall order ahead of them, Coach, as they are down 28-0. And they have started moving the ball there in the second quarter. Did have a 4-and-out inside the Independence 10-yard line. And so we got a different look here, Coach. We got 4 wide showing out of Centennial, no tight end. But the handoff goes to Forsey.
30 on the play, on the stop. We've called his number and name quite a bit.
30 is going to be Brady Jenkins. Brady Jenkins on the tackle. Forsey on the run. Loss of looks to be about 2.5, maybe a short 3.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Centennial using the 4 wide receiver look, just try to create more space for Forsey, the running back who they've relied on heavily.
Plowman in motion. Forsey does not get the handoff. Quarterback runs. Little option play there, Coach. And some success there as Plowman.
Wow.
Gets about, waiting for the spot here. It's going to be close to a first down. It looks like we're going to have 3rd and about 2.
Well, that was something we haven't seen tonight so far in our first 2 quarters, and opening up the 3rd quarter with a little.
Well executed on the option play there, Coach. You have to wonder where that was in the first half. Boggs in motion. Fumble. That is not what Centennial needed right there. So the ball is going to be turned over, fumble on the play. Independence recovers it. And, Coach, that may just be a symptom of Centennial getting away from what they are used to and what they normally do.
Well, yeah, you talked about kind of more of the straight handoffs to Forsey had been all night, and now we're trying to stretch it out a little bit with the option look. And
it's a different motion for the quarterback to take a snap and then move to his right or left and either go with an option or – so, again, just getting away from what they have done consistently throughout the night, and the result there is a ball on the ground and a turnover. No strange formation here from Independence. They got 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to the left deep for Katina, and that is going to be a diving grab. Beautiful catch. Katina on the touchdown, the connection from Joe Cummings. Coach, Katina's been hot all night.
Yeah, absolutely. And straight off the turnover, they go right into I'm going to put my foot on the gas mode and go right up top.
Well, it's an old coach's trick. Anytime you're going to put 3 on one side and 1 on the other, look for him to throw to the 1. And that's exactly what Coach Blade had Huffman do there, is he went right to the one side there to Katina, who made a wonderful catch in the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, the all-important PAT here.
Not in doubt, Coach. So there it is. Quick strike moves the Eagles up 35-0 over the Cougars. And just like the start of the game, Independence strikes quickly coming into the second half.
See the motion you talked about, Ty Lockwood, kind of the decoy right there, straight into double coverage, put it in the spot where nobody but River Katina could catch it. 28 yards, touchdown, Eagles.
Well, and Coach Cummings will usually do a pump or he'll look off a safety. It was Katina all the way there on that seam route to the end zone. He did not even check the right side of the field with 3 receivers. That was a Katina Cummings touchdown play all the way. So here we have Independence about to kick off, and so far it has been a slow night for the kick return team of the Cougars, as every kickoff Independence has made has been through the end zone for a touchback, and it brings the Cougars out. So we'll see what we got going on here. Independence back for the kick. Kick is up and away. It's short. It's not going to get into the end zone. Maybe up. No, there it is. I lost it in the night sky there, yeah. Coach. It went into the end zone. Not as deep, though. Did bounce in the end zone this time. But the same result. Cougars will take over. First down on the 20-yard line. Coach, we have a running clock here as the score has gone 35-0. You mentioned the all-important extra point there. So this is the version of a mercy rule here. Centennial.
Yeah, just trying to get something positive here.
Yep. Back to the familiar formation there. Forsey out left wide. No room on the ground this time.
Well, you give Independence defense credit. They were basically chewed up and spit out last week, giving up 62 to Lipscomb Academy. And what was a tremendous offensive showing. I mean, if Independence can come out and continue this momentum defensively, I mean, look for them to be someone at the end of the year as someone you don't want to play.
Well, and they've displayed tonight. They definitely have the horses to run. They can throw deep. They can play good defense. Underneath routes have been sharp. Cummings has been pretty accurate for most of the night. A couple throws that were over the hands. So they have something going here. And we mentioned earlier in the broadcast that when you open up with 2 tough opponents, it doesn't necessarily indicate the season success that you will have overall. Usually a coach likes to open up week 0 with a game they feel they can win.
Right, exactly. Coach Blade definitely was like, I'm going to try to toughen this up.
Then there goes Force. He has some room. He's to the 50, to the 40, has blocking downfield, cuts over, and he's taken down from behind at the 25, but there is a flag on the field.
I would say multiple flags.
What you saw there, minus the flags, however, Coach, is just the kind of explosion force he has if he can get out of the backfield.
Yeah. Good for Centennial to get themselves out of a bad situation, field position-wise.
So even though it was a hold, the hold occurred way downfield, so we're going to move the ball up to the 45 of Independence. So we're going to have 1st and 10 on the 45. Cougars have a different running back in the backfield here. 2 receivers set to the right. Option play. Quarterback keeps it, has some room. Forced out of bounds. So Brendan Jones there does not pitch the ball.
No.
Makes pretty good yardage for another Cougar first down, and Centennial's driving. They said running clock is no good, Coach.
Well, Cougars bringing out a little option, old school option football here, stretching the field without Forsey out there, who I'm sure if we went back and
probably getting oxygen, Coach.
I would say so. And I mean, are the over/under on carries for the night for Forsey 25?
I think he had 25 in the first quarter, Coach. We may have exceeded that already. So we got 5 in the backfield. And
yeah, good catch by Plowman right there.
Completed catch, something we have not seen aside from a short pass out to the flats from the Cougars tonight. Trying to check a number here on who has subbed in for Forsey. Looks to be Xavion Haddix, the 5'10 junior. Forsey is back in. Haddix checks out. Goes again with the 4 receiver group, no tight. Single back in the backfield. Plowman comes in motion. Forsey off the left again. Has the first down.
I believe this may be Centennial's first time in the red zone.
Well, they visited it briefly at the end of the second quarter. They went 4 and out.
That's right.
On 4 pass plays. Well, if anything, Coach, you have Reisky opening up the playbook here. 4 wide might be something that he can look at and practice this week.
Going to still run the option
some
here.
Option in here. Plowman takes the pitch.
Oh.
Takes a big hit, spins out of it, and then is met with what we've yet to be determined is a group of Eagles.
We have technology at the cusp of our fingertips. I'll probably need to look that up here. But that was a better job by the Eagles defense of stretching that option play out.
Well, and if you're looking at film, Coach, and film prep, if you don't see the option, it can be tricky to defend. And so for Coach Reisky to come out in the option and for them to defend it like that is good defensive discipline. Back to pass. And he is taken down almost immediately at the 20 for what's going to be a loss of 1. Brendan Jones there just didn't have many options. Coach, this may come to a surprise to you, but it would be a convocation of Eagles.
Oh, did we get that?
A convocation is the official term. I don't know how smooth that will flow on a football broadcast. Here we go again, 4 wide. Receiver in motion is Boggs, takes the snap, out to Boggs.
Oh, my, that may
It's
be a lateral.
backward pass. That's a fumble, and Boggs covers it up at the 35, almost 36.
Yeah, convocation.
Reiske's opened the playbook up. Coach, what does Reiske have for 4th and about 30?
Well, no doubt go for it. Maybe you can get Plowman one-on-one and just have
I think this is just where you throw
it up. Right, exactly.
And hopefully you are not met by a convocation of Eagles.
With we're going to call a timeout, and that's the only way the clock's going to stop.
Yeah, with the running clock, Coach, we're already down to 2 minutes and 58 seconds here in the third quarter.
Your dinner still may be warm by the time you get home.
It has been a quick quarter. The Cougars they were threatening to stop the running clock as they drove deep, but have since stalled and have 4th and a significant field to go here, what looks to be about 25 yards to go.
Well, we've checked some scores at halftime as Ravenwood Raptors were up on the Franklin Admirals 26-3.
First score of the season, I believe, for the Admirals.
Absolutely.
There.
And then Summit was ahead of Brentwood High School 14-7. So we'll see if we can continue to.
Summit will appear later on down the line for the WCTV Game of the Week, I believe, 3 weeks in a row, Coach. Here we are. We got 4 wide, of course. Forsey comes out, and it's going to be a sack. Brendan Jones just didn't have time, Coach, to get rid of the ball. Being on the close to the 40-yard line, that's going to take time for them routes to get enough depth to throw the ball downfield, and nothing was available there, and he was taken down for a sack. And that will keep the clock running as the turnover on downs. And the running clock is maintained with Independence having a lead 35-0. And so you have to wonder here, is Coach Blade going to
he's still got
ease it down the field, or is he going to go for the home run as he has done a few times this afternoon? Handoff. Right side to 32. That's going to be Kyler King, junior running back. Gain of about 6 on the play. Coach Blade has not gone to his running arsenal all that often this evening as the game went on. Big plays have been the signature of this afternoon, as all, I believe, the scoring plays, with the exception of one short run, have been from great lengths of the field. In the shotgun. 4 wide. Goes on an inside slant route. The ball was there, and it was dropped. Daniel Morales on the quick slant route there.
If he could have hit him in stride, I think that would have gone to the house.
Not a bad throw. Catchable ball, but not one that was going to allow him to continue to run downfield. But it looked like it was man coverage. No help with the safety over top. We now have a safety coming down to this side. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Single back in the shotgun. Cummings takes the snap. Quick pass out to 14, way over his head. So Hudson Cobb, the intended receiver there, not a catchable ball. That's going to bring up 4th down. And with the mass exodus of offensive players, it looks like we're going to have a punt.
Yeah, I believe this is punt number 2, as this will probably end the third quarter here on this play.
Cougars are back deep.
And I'll be honest with you, Doug, I don't think Independence even has 10 people out there. And it looks like they're running number 5 out there.
Who is limping.
Yeah, this is.
So Plowman has got his heels set on about the 11-yard line. That is going to be an offside.
Delay game.
Delay of game. So apparently the Centennial defender was looking at the play clock and timed it. and the ball was not snapped. And so we are going to have, if the penalty is accepted, we are going to have a 4th and about 9. And that'll give Hunter Howard, who's come up limping off the field, and Independence gets a fresh player out there. Ball on the Independence 39.
No, they're going to go ahead and take it.
There's the quarter. Fourth quarter, at the snap of the ball, we'll have a running clock. Independence is going to re-kick. As of right now, the Cougars do not have a man deep. Plowman is walking back. Well, he was at the 11. Looks like he is going to be settling down somewhere around the 20. Ball was moved to another hash mark, shifting both teams.
We got a score update. Ravenwood 40, Franklin 3. Page Patriots, so we've seen a couple times on our WCTV Game of the Week, lead Spring Hill 20-6 at halftime.
Punt is up and away, no block. Takes an Independence roll for about another 4 yards and is down at the 20-yard line, where the Cougars will take over on offense with a playbook that has expanded, Paul. Running clock already down to just over 11 minutes. Centennial's offense takes the field. See what Reisky opens up with now. He's got 4 wide again. Single back in the backfield is going to be Forsey. Jones takes the snap, hands to Forsey, and he is taken down immediately.
Guess who it is?
It's going to be our friend Jenkins.
Yep. Man, he has had quite a game in the defensive side
Brady
of the football.
Jenkins has nearly had as many times in the backfield as Forsey this evening.
Second and 14, Doug, again.
Not an offense that does well behind.
Well, we got a D lineman guarding a receiver out here. Let's see how that matchup goes.
It's going to be the option again. Ball goes to number 18. So Forsey gets a break on that carry, and Jason Bennett is on the carry, the 5'7" sophomore. We got 3rd and long here. Not a comfortable spot for this Cougars offense. Independence looks like the majority of their starters are still on the field here.
Oh, my goodness. Johnny on the spot, the sack.
Jenkins again nearly took the handoff there.
He was so fast as soon as the ball was snapped. You're right.
At some point, the quarterback's looking around and saying, can somebody please block number 30? So that was a quick, even with the running clock, Coach, quick 3 and out.
Yeah.
Centennial punting from their own end zone. Independence is content with letting the ball drop and roll. So they will take over on the Centennial 48-yard line.
I believe we're going to have a new quarterback sighting. It's number 16 for the Independence Eagles.
16 is going to be Cody, looks like Pagach. Cody Pagach, sophomore. Gonna have some added protection on the inside. Quick handoff. That's gonna go to Kyler King on the carry. Kyler King is a junior.
Well, we're gonna get a stable of running backs here. Going to probably take a handoff from the Eagles. Now number 31, I would assume get ready to call his name.
Coach Trey Harwell has not had a busy night tonight.
No, and I was actually looking for him on the sideline. There he is. He's standing next to Cummings.
So we got 31 in the backfield. It's going to be Hunter Burton, sophomore.
Get ready.
Cody Pekach is the quarterback in, new. So added protection inside, another handoff. 31 takes it up the middle. Nice gain for Burton. It's going to be third down and about a long 3 to 4 to go here on third down. Clock is at 7:25 here in the fourth quarter. Eagles up 35-0 over the visiting Cougars on your WCTV Game of the Week. Got to give it to the Cougar fans, Coach. They have not really moved, and we are deep into the fourth quarter. And you mentioned earlier they were dancing and celebrating over there. Kyler King on the carry. It's going to be a Eagles first down.
Well, King just followed the pulling guard on the play right there, and that's definitely a lot easier when you're kind of running downhill right there than the try to hand off and try to dance around a little bit before you can finally make a move. So
Donovan Hines subs in for one of the Scruggs brothers, and he is also a large fellow there, 6 foot 265. Short gain on the play there, about 4 yards, 3 yards on the play. And Coach, if we have a convocation of Eagles, what is a group of Cougars called?
Ooh, that's a tough one. But here's what I do know. Next week, we will get a chance to see the Ravenwood Raptors as they take on a Lifeway Christian.
Lifeway Christian.
It's a we'll find out. So stay tuned if you're as interested as we are in who this team is. Oh, big hole up the middle.
So, Coach, just in, a range of Cougars.
R-A-N-G-E?
That is correct.
Okay.
So, range of Cougars on that tackle there.
So, a lot of
Coach, nothing says football like a convocation of Eagles and a range of Cougars.
Absolutely.
Independence taking their time, still getting direct signals in from Coach Blade from the sideline.
New running back. Get ready with your roster.
New running back in there.
Is that 46 on the counter here?
46 is going to be Elon Sagato.
All right. Well, very good run right there.
Elon Sagato on the carry. Also a senior. Rotating bodies in and out to get playing time here for some of the younger Eagles. Down to just under 3.5 minutes here.
Well, I got to correct you real quick. I think you may have been looking at the Centennial roster. 46 for Independence. Wilgerson and Tone.
You are correct.
We definitely
would be correct.
We definitely want to get make sure his family watching from home. Oh my! 5-0, 5-0 warning.
5-0 on the scene right there.
Now you can definitely check the Centennial roster for 5-0.
I don't need to check right there. I know that's one of the Scruggs brothers. Keegan Scruggs on the tackle.
He has had enough.
Independence running the clock here. You got second and about 12.
Yeah, a convocation of new Eagles out there.
However, the range of Cougars has remained somewhat the same. To the surprise of no one in the stadium, Coach, we have another run. That is 35 on the carry. 35 would be Wilkes West, junior running back. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Third and a bit of a distance here. Looks about 14 to go.
Now, your family's not going to be expecting you. They're like, what are you doing home so early?
Yeah. Although they are at the Nolensville football game tonight, which conveniently it seems, I think Hawaiian theme is around Williamson County.
Absolutely.
Pass on third and long.
A great tackle.
The range of Cougars there on the play to stop it up, and it's going to be fourth and about, call it 10.
I say
yard marker guy continues to walk it down.
Let's go for it. Got a minute 23 and counting. Let's give a quick shout out to Christian and Lance and Michael and
Creed,
Madison and
the WCTV crew.
We'll give Creed credit, watching from home, giving the like the general manager.
Under a minute now for the Eagles on offense. Going for it on fourth and down. Quick swing pass to the flats. And met not by a range of Cougars. That was a single Cougar there on the tackle. That would be 21. Connie Johnson on the tackle. Cougars will take over.
They're going to have to run out on the field because the clock is not stopping. You got 30 seconds.
They may have time for one or two plays here, depending on if they utilize a timeout here. It's going to go deep here.
Absolutely.
Throws it up. Good arm strength to Plowman. Plowman runs into the back of an Indy defender. Coach, that may be all she wrote, is they are not going to have time to get back to the line of scrimmage without the aid of a timeout.
Independence defense has got to be excited, ecstatic that they come away with a shutout after giving up 62 last week. So your final score from Independence High School, the Eagles come away with a 35-0 victory over Centennial Cougars. For Paul Breece, Doug Capella
signing off. Have a good evening, folks.
Have a good Labor Day.